I've seen you walking through the darkest nights, the wind whipping at your soul like a freezing blade. The storms of life have crashed over you, and you've wondered if I even see you. Child, I'm here. I've always been here. When you've stumbled, when you've cried out in the dead of night, when you thought no one understood your pain, I was there. I hear your cries. I feel every tear you shed, and I know the invisible wounds that crisscross your soul. Take my hand, and I'll lead you through the darkness. You don't have to carry this burden alone, because I already bore your pain on the cross. My wounds are your salvation. Have you ever felt weary? Have you ever felt like a shattered vase? Worthless? I know, I understand, because I've seen so many like you. Souls who felt they couldn't stand, hearts cracked by loss, eyes that quietly watch the world with resignation. But listen, I say that the weak will be lifted up. I chose the humble to shame the proud. I call the small to do great things in my name. If you feel small, remember that in my hands you become strong. There was a woman who touched the edge of my cloak with a sliver of hope. For 12 years, she suffered from illness, 12 years enduring the isolation of society. But with just one touch, she was healed. Child, I'm passing by you right now. Will you reach out and touch me? Do you have enough faith to believe that I can make your pain vanish? Have you ever felt like life is a raging storm? You're steering your boat on the open sea, and the waves are crashing against you from every direction? You've begged me to stop the storm, but the sky is still dark, the waves still roar, and you feel like you're about to sink. But remember when my disciples were terrified in the storm on the sea? I stood up and said, "Quiet, be still," and the wind and waves obeyed. Do you think I can't do the same for you? No. I don't promise that the storms won't come, but I promise they won't drown you. If you put your trust in me, you'll walk on water like Peter. If you keep your eyes on me, you won't sink. Let me be your peace in the midst of the storm. Open your heart and listen to my words. In this world, no one lives without experiencing pain. You may have lost loved ones. You may have been betrayed by those you trusted most. Maybe you've knelt in prayer in the darkness, and you haven't seen an answer to your pain. I know your anguish. I understand. But do you believe that pain doesn't have the right to rule your life? Do you believe that even the deepest wound can be healed? Look up at me. Place your hand in my nail-scarred hand, because it is by my wounds that you are healed. Many times, you've told yourself that you were born to suffer. You think your destiny is a burden, tears, a long and inescapable cycle of days. You fear that your whole life is just a journey in the dark. But no, hear what I say. You are not born to be shackled by suffering. Pain is not your fate. It's just part of the journey you're going through. You are not a victim of your trials, but a conqueror who will emerge to the glory that I have for you. When Lazarus was dead and his body was buried in the tomb for 3 days, everyone believed there was no hope. But I came to the tomb and spoke, "Lazarus, come out." And the dead man lived again. One of you has died. Your hope? Your dreams? Your faith? Hear my voice calling you. Come out of the tomb of your pain. Break free from the chains that have held you back. I say that darkness cannot stop you. The grave cannot hold you. Because I am the resurrection and the life. There are nights when you lie awake, tossing and turning with worry. Thoughts weigh heavy on your soul, unanswerable questions, vague fears creep into your heart. You feel alone, lost. But child, you're not alone. When David was hiding in a dark cave, when he was betrayed and hunted, he cried out, "My heart is faint within me, but you will trust in me." I was with David in the darkness, and I'm here with you too. When you think that no one understands you, when you think that no one cares, remember that I've never left you. Not for a single moment. I was with you when you cried your first cry in the world. I protected you as you took your first unsteady steps. I took your hand when you fell. And right now, I'm still standing beside you. Let me wipe away your tears. Let me whisper to you that you don't have to fight alone. If you hold on to your faith, I will turn your tears into joy. Joseph was sold into slavery by his brothers. He was falsely accused, thrown into prison, and forgotten. But do you know what happened? I lifted Joseph out of the darkness, and placed him in a position of honor. The very ones who sold him into slavery had to bow down before him. Do you understand what that means? What the enemy intends to use to destroy you, I will turn into a foundation to lift you up. The pain you experience today will be the testimony to the miracle of tomorrow. If you believe in me, I will use what brought you to your knees to make you strong. Do you believe? Are you willing to let me turn your ashes into a crown of glory? Let me do that in your life. Darkness will not reign in your life forever. There was a time when I was hanging on the cross, and darkness covered the whole earth. People thought it was all over. The enemy cheered in victory. My disciples were afraid and ran away. But then what happened? On the third day, light shattered the darkness. The stone was rolled away, and I, who was dead, rose again in glory. Darkness may cover you for a time, but it cannot hold you forever. If you take my hand, you'll come out of the tomb. You'll walk in the light. You'll see new life bursting forth in your soul. Believe that my light is stronger than any darkness you're facing. Come closer to me and listen. I know you're tired. I see your shoulders are heavy. Life seems like just one trial after another, and you wonder when it will end, when you will find peace. Stop for a moment, be still. Don't let the worries of this world make you forget the most important thing. I'm here, right beside you. Haven't I said, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest"? Let me bandage your wounds. Let me dry your tears. Because, child, if you believe in me, if you surrender your pain to me, it will no longer have the power to weigh you down. Believe that a new day is coming. Believe that your trial is only the beginning of a miracle about to happen in your life. Do you know something? I carried all your sins, all your suffering, all your shame on my shoulders when I walked the road to Golgotha. Every step was heavy with the weight of the world. The cross on my back wasn't just wood. It was all your sin, fear, and pain. The nails that pierce my hands are the same pain you are enduring. The lashes on my body are the wounds in your heart. I endured it all so that you wouldn't have to carry this burden anymore. Child, if I suffered in your place, why are you still holding on to it? Why are you still clinging to the pain when I've carried it far away? Let it go. Place it at the foot of the cross. Let me take it away, and you will walk into freedom. Don't let fear bind you. Don't let the lies of the world make you tremble. When Peter looked at me, he was able to walk on water. But when he looked at the wind, at the raging waves, he began to sink. It's the same with you, child. If your eyes leave me, if you only look at the difficulties around you, you will feel weak. But if you look up at me, you will stand firm in the storm. Let faith lead you, not fear. I say, I have not given you a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and self-control. Child, I didn't create you to be a slave to fear. I created you to be my child, to walk in power and victory. Many times you feel imprisoned by despair. You think the door is closed, the road is ended, and there's no way out. Do you remember when I was in the tomb? There was a large stone blocking the entrance, guards standing watch, and everyone thought it was all over. But on the third day, what happened? An angel from heaven appeared. The stone was rolled away. Darkness could not hold me, and I rose again in glory. It's the same with you. Darkness cannot hold you back. The chains cannot bind you forever. The closed door cannot stop me from opening a new path for you. Stand up. Walk in my light. What you've been through is not meaningless. I will turn it into a living testimony of my glory. When you are healed, you will tell the world about my power. When you are rescued, you will testify to my faithfulness. I don't just want to heal you. I want to use you to heal others. Are you willing to be a shining torch in the darkness? Are you willing to say, I used to be broken, but the Lord lifted me up. I used to be in the dark, but He led me to the light. I used to carry pain, but now I am free. If you let me work in your life, I will make you an instrument of salvation for others. Etch this into your heart. Your pain is not eternal. Your trial will not last forever. Your wounds will be healed, because I am the healer. I am the Savior. I am the one who has the power to turn ashes into glory. Come to me. Believe in me. Surrender everything to me, and I will transform you. Your pain will vanish, because I am your God. Come closer to me. Don't be afraid. Don't hesitate. The world may turn its back on you, but I have never left you, not even for a moment. Harsh words may have hurt you. Failures may have discouraged you. But I say to you this: your pain is not the end. There are times when it feels like everything around you is crumbling, as if you are being swallowed by a bottomless sea. But, child, do you remember when my disciples were adrift in the darkness in the middle of a fierce storm? The waves were huge, the wind was howling, and they panicked, thinking that it was the end. But then I came to them. I walked on the water and said, "Don't be afraid. It is I." Even in the storms of your life, I am walking toward you. I am not swept away by the storm. I do not sink in the sea. I stand firm, and if you look up at me, you too will stand firm. There are pains that you have held in your heart for too long. There are wounds you have kept touching, causing them to bleed forever. It's time to let go of the past. Mistakes cannot be changed, cannot be undone. But I say to you, I make all things new. Look forward. Open your arms to receive what I am about to do in your life. You cannot hold on to the future if your hands are still clinging to the past. Give it all to me. The pain, the stumbles, the scars that you still hold tight. Place them at my feet, and I will turn them into good. Let me bring you into a new season, a season of restoration, a season of prosperity, a season of miracles. Do you know something? There's someone who is always whispering lies in your ear. He says that you are not good enough. He says that you have been abandoned. He says that you don't deserve my love. He says that you will never be healed. But, child, plug your ears to those lies. Your enemy is a liar from the beginning. He wants you to believe that you are destined to live in suffering. But I say, you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free. What is the truth? The truth is you have not been abandoned. The truth is I chose you before the world was created. The truth is your pain will not last forever. Stand up and reject the lies. Declare that you belong to me, that you are covered by my love and grace. Are you facing mountains that are too high, obstacles that cannot be overcome? I say to you, if you have faith as small as a mustard seed, you can say to this mountain, "Move," and it will move. I don't tell you to overcome everything on your own. I just tell you to believe that I have the power, to believe that I am working even when you see nothing, to believe that I am ready to open doors that you think cannot be opened. Let your faith be greater than your fear. Let your hope be stronger than your doubts. Have you ever felt like you're lost, as if you're walking without knowing where you're going? But I say, I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me will never walk in darkness, but will have the light of life. You don't have to fumble in the dark. You don't have to be confused about the future. Let me guide you. Let my word shine on the path you walk. Let my wisdom guide you. Listen to my voice. When you come to a crossroads, I will show you the way. When you do not know what to decide, I will guide you. You are not walking alone. I go before you. I follow after you. I walk beside you. Be strong. Don't let pain make you give up. Don't let trials make you quit. Don't let darkness make you forget that I am the light. There are days when you feel weak. There are days when you want to give up. But I say to you today, be strong and courageous, because I am your God. I go with you. I will not leave you. I will not forsake you. I am holding your hand. Don't be afraid. Don't tremble, because I will fight for you. Do you know something? A glorious day is coming. A day when every tear will be wiped away. A day when every pain will vanish. A day when there will be no more mourning, no more death, no more suffering, and you will see that every trial you have been through is not meaningless. You will stand in my glorious light and say, "You have been faithful. You have kept me. You have fought for me. Take my hand. Walk in faith. Believe that your pain will vanish, because I am your God. I know you are waiting for a change. I know you long to be freed from pain. But do you know something? Everything has its time. Winter does not last forever, and storms must also dissipate. Remember, when a seed is sown in the ground, it does not germinate immediately. It needs time to take root, to develop in the dark before rising to the light. Your life is the same. The trials you are facing are not the end. It is just the stage I am working on in you, preparing you for something greater. Don't rush. Don't lose hope. Your tears are not useless. Your prayers are not forgotten. Everything I do has a purpose, and when the time comes, you will see that all past suffering has been preparation for the glory that is to come. Wait for me. Trust in me. There are days when you feel exhausted. There are days when you don't have the strength to get up. There are days when you can't even pray because you are too tired, too painful. But child, you don't have to fight alone. When you can't walk, I'll carry you in my arms. When you don't have enough strength to continue, I will lift you up and lead you through the desert. I am the good shepherd. If a sheep is injured, I will not abandon it. I will lift it up, put it on my shoulders, and bring it home safe. You are the same. You don't need to be strong all the time. You don't need to force yourself to be alone. Let me take your burden. Let me fight for you. Just trust in me. There is one thing you must understand very clearly. My love for you is eternal. It does not depend on what you have done or have not done. It is not shaken by your failures or mistakes. Before you were born, I knew you. When you stumbled, I was still there. When you left me, I was still waiting for you to return. Nothing can separate you from my love, whether it is pain, whether it is trials, whether it is failure, whether it is the darkest days. My love for you remains unchanged. You may not feel me, but I'm still there. You may doubt me, but I never doubt you. You may forget me, but I never forget you. Let my love cover you. Let it fill every loneliness in your heart, because you belong to me. Life has too much noise, judgments from others, calls from the world, pressures weighing on your shoulders. Stop for a moment. Find a quiet place. Let your soul calm down. Let the noises around you disappear, and listen to my voice. I'm still talking to you. I'm talking to you through my words. I'm talking to you through the events in your life. I'm talking to you through the quietest moments. Are you listening? Turn off the noises. Take a moment to listen only to me. You will see that I have never been silent. I know you have wounds not only on your body, but also in your soul. Wounds from the past, wounds from cruel words, wounds from betrayal, loss and disappointment. But child, I am the healer. I have touched the eyes of the blind, and they have seen. I have touched the lepers, and they have been cleansed. I have called the dead, and they have come out of the grave. Do you think I cannot heal you? Let me touch you. Let me restore your soul. Let me heal your deepest wounds. Nothing is too difficult for me. Do you know something? The enemy wants to steal your joy. He wants you to wallow in worry. He wants you to always feel burdened and tired. He wants you to believe that there is nothing left to hope for. But I say that my joy is your strength. Don't let anyone steal your joy. Don't let the problems of life make you forget that you have been redeemed. You have been loved. You have a companion by your side. Praise me even in trials. Thank me even when you don't see a way out. Rejoice because you know that pain will not last forever. You have joy not because life is easy, but because you know that I am holding you in my hands. Remember this, I have never abandoned you. Every tear you shed I see. Every cry you utter I hear. Every pain you endure I know. Your pain is not eternal. There will be a day when you look back and you will see that every trial you have experienced has meaning. Persevere. Hold on to me. Believe that one day you will stand in my glorious light. And you will see that every tear that has ever been shed, every pain that has been endured, all has been transformed by me into glory. Darkness can frighten you. It makes you feel lost, lonely, disoriented. It whispers lies in your ear. There is no hope left. You have been abandoned. You will never escape this pain. But you hear me. Darkness cannot overcome light. When you are in the midst of the night, you do not need to find your way alone. Let me be the light that guides you. Remember, darkness cannot hide my presence. Darkness cannot extinguish the plans I have for you. Darkness cannot take me away from you. Child, do not fear the darkness, because even when you do not see me, I am still there, holding your hand, leading you through every long night. Do you know something? The pain you are suffering today will not be wasted. I will not only heal you, I will use those very wounds to transform you into a source of hope for others. Look back at the people I have touched. Peter once denied me, but then became the builder of my church. Paul once persecuted the disciples, but then became an apostle preaching the gospel to all nations. Mary Magdalene was once bound in darkness, but then became the first to announce my resurrection. The same is true for you. Today you may be in pain, but when I touch you, heal you, I will turn your story into a living testimony to bring hope to those who are going through pain as you once did. Your tears will become a stream of healing for others. What burdens are you carrying on your shoulders? Is it the burden of the past, the mistakes you have made, the unhealed wounds? Is it the burden of the future, things that have not happened but still frighten you? Is it the burden of resentment, the hurt you cannot forgive? Place it all on my feet. You were not created to carry those things. I say, come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Let go, give it to me, let me bear it in your place. When you let me take your burden, you will find that your heart becomes light, your soul is at peace, and your feet can walk without being weighed down anymore. There will be days when you feel your faith faltering. There will be moments when you ask yourself, Lord, are you really there? But child, don't let your emotions decide your belief. Remember that I never break my promise, I never leave you, I never stop working in your life. When you cannot see me, remember my words. When you cannot feel me, remember the times I rescued you in the past. When your faith is weak, hold on to me. Do not let go. You do not need to have perfect faith, just a faith as small as a mustard seed. And I will do the rest. Do you know who you really are? You are not an outcast. You are not a worthless person. You are not a product of past failures. You are the child of the King of Kings. My blood has been shed for you. My name has engraved your name. My kingdom is waiting for you. So why are you still living as if you are worthless? You hold your head high. You do not need to live in fear. You do not need to seek value from what the world gives. You do not need to try to be good enough, because you have been redeemed at a very high price. Walk with the confidence of someone who knows that they belong to me, knows that they have a place in the eternal kingdom. You may feel that the door in front of you is closed. You may think that your future has no way out. But you do not know that I am working in the dark. You do not know that I am opening the way even when you do not see it. I am the one who parted the sea for the Israelites to pass through. I am the one who opened the prison doors for Paul and Silas. I am the one who called the dead to come out of the grave. Do you think I cannot create a new path for you? Believe that what you do not see does not mean they do not exist. I am arranging, I am preparing, I am clearing the way. And one day you will look back and understand that every trial you have gone through has led you to something greater. Hear this. Your pain is not the end. I am the one who has conquered death. I am the one who has broken the chains of hell. I am the one who has risen in glory. If I can do that, do you think I cannot wipe away your tears? Hold on to me, believe in my plans. Remember that dawn always comes after darkness. And when you stand in my eternal light, you will see that all the past pain is just a small part of the glorious story that I have written for you. Pain does not only hurt you. If you are not careful, it can bind you. It whispers lies in your ear. You cannot get up. You do not deserve to be healed. You will always be hurt. But I say to you, if people set you free, you will be truly free. You are not a slave to pain. You are not a slave to old wounds. You are not a slave to the harsh words that once hurt you. You are not a slave to fear and despair. I have come to break the chains that bind you. Stand up. Come out of the darkness. Take hold of the freedom that I have given you. Have you ever felt like I don't hear your prayers? Have you ever wondered, Lord, why don't you answer me? But remember, my silence does not mean I am not working. Sometimes I just delay because I am preparing something better for you. I am training you in patience and faith. Your time is not my time. Believe that every prayer you offer is heard and will be answered in the most perfect way. Continue to pray, continue to trust, for in due time you will see that everything happens according to my good plan. Have you ever looked at the lives of others and felt inferior? Have you ever wondered why God blesses them and not you? But listen to this. I have a unique plan for you, one that no one else can fulfill. Your journey is unlike anyone else's. Your trials aren't the same as another's. And the blessings I have in store for you will be uniquely tailored for you. Don't compare yourself to others, child. Focus on the reward that I've prepared just for you, because it's beautiful and perfect in a way you can't quite see right now. There are things in your past that you'd rather forget. Mistakes, failures, decisions you regret. You think that your past dictates your future. You think that I can't use you after everything you've done. But that's a lie. If anyone is in Christ, they are a new creation. The old has gone. The new is here. I'm not bound by the past. I don't see you through the lens of old errors. I don't call you by your past failures. Let me make you new. Walk in the grace and mercy that I've poured out on you. Your past doesn't define you. I am the one who defines you. Life can wear you down. You might feel like you're running endlessly with no finish line in sight. But I don't want you to live in weariness and exhaustion. I didn't create you to work yourself to the bone, worry constantly, and carry burdens that aren't yours to bear. Listen to me. Be still and know that I am God. Rest in me. Spend time in my presence. Let me refresh your soul. Let me give you the strength you need to continue your journey, because when you rest in me, you'll find peace. Are you at a crossroads in your life? Do you feel like I'm calling you to step outside of your comfort zone? You might be afraid. You might not be sure what's coming next. But I never lead you to a place where I haven't already gone before you. Trust that every change I bring about has a good purpose. I don't close a door without opening a better one. I don't take something away without giving you a greater blessing. I will never let you get lost because my hand is always guiding you. Walk with courage. Believe that you're walking on the path that I have prepared for you. Your enemy is always trying to make you fall. He whispers lies in your ear. You're not good enough. God doesn't love you anymore. You'll never overcome this trial. Don't listen to those lies. Put on the full armor of God so that you can stand firm against the devil's schemes. Stand firm in my promises. Resist every lie with the truth of Scripture. Remember that you belong to me, and the enemy can't touch you. Believe that your pain will fade, because I am your God, and I will never abandon you. There are times when darkness seems to surround you, worries weigh heavily on your shoulders, and trials seem impossible to overcome. You wonder, where is God? You tell yourself, I don't see him. I don't hear him. But even when you don't see the light, my light is always there. When you cry in the dark, I'm wiping away your tears. When you feel lonely, I'm holding you. When you feel exhausted, I'm carrying your burdens. My light is never extinguished. Look up, and you'll see that I'm right there beside you. This world is full of voices. Every day, you're surrounded by thousands of invitations. Pursue fame. Seek wealth. Do what the world says is right. But be careful. Those words can't give you life. I am the way, the truth, and the life. Fame can't heal your heart. Money can't bring peace to your soul. This world can't give you eternal life. Only I, only my word, can lead you to true fulfillment. Listen to me. Walk in the light of my word. There are times you ask yourself why you have to go through these trials. Why won't God show me the future? Why must I wait? But listen to this. I know you better than you know yourself. I know your dreams. I know your fears. I know things that you are afraid to share with anyone else. And more than that, I know what is best for you. I know the perfect timing for everything in your life. I know what you need even before you ask. Trust me, because I am the one who created you, and I never make mistakes. There are times when you lose something important. Maybe it's an opportunity, or a job, or a relationship. It hurts, and you wonder why God would take it away. But do you know that I never take anything from you without giving you something better? I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a future and a hope. When one door closes, I am preparing to open a bigger door. When you lose something, I am preparing to fill you with something even greater. Put your trust in me, because I always act in your best interest. There are things you need to let go of. Maybe it's old pain that you still hold on to. Maybe it's someone who has hurt you that you can't forgive. Maybe it's worrying about the future that you can't shake. But listen to me. When you let go, you will be free. Cast all your anxieties on him because he cares for you. Letting go doesn't mean you give up, but that you put all your burden in my hand. Letting go doesn't mean you forget, but that you allow me to heal you. Letting go doesn't mean you lose something, but that you find true peace. Place all your burdens down at my feet, and you will walk in the freedom I have provided for you. There are times that you feel that you've gone too far, and there are times that you feel unworthy of my love. Listen to this. Nothing will separate us from the love of God. Nothing can stop me from loving you. Not your past, not your mistakes, and not your failures. My love for you is unconditional, unchanging, and unfailing. You can run from me, but I will always chase you. You can fall, but I will always lift you up. Never doubt my love for you. Listen to me. Your pain will fade because I am the one who created you, because I am the one who redeemed you, because I am the one who will never leave you. Give me everything, and you will walk in eternal peace. Do you know that there are some things from the past that still haunt you? Mistakes, pain, wounds. You think that it passed, but in reality, it still lingers in your mind. Maybe it was a wrong decision that you regret. Or maybe it was a broken heart that you just can't forget. Or maybe it was an acrimonious words that someone used that hurt you. But I did not make you to live in chains of the past. Therefore, if the Son sets you free, you will be free indeed. I came to set you free. I came to set you free. Let me heal your wounds. Let me erase all the condemnations that you put yourself on. Let me open the door for you to step out of the darkness of the past. My child, your past doesn't define you. Only I that loves you with an eternal love can define you. Step out from the past and live in the light that I have prepared for you. I know that there are some days that you feel exhausted, your body is tired, and your soul is worn out. There are times that you try your best, but you still fail. There are times that you pray, but you don't see an answer. There are times that you want to give up because you feel like you can't go on. But my child, I never want you to carry it alone. All ye who labor and are heavy laden, come unto me, and I will give you rest. I am your resting place. I am the one that lifts you up when you are weary. I am the place of peace that you need. Come near me. Place your burdens at my feet, and I will give you strength to carry on. Have you ever wanted to follow my calling, but fear holds you back? You are afraid that you are not good enough. You are afraid to fail. You are afraid to be laughed at by others. But my child, fear does not come from me. For God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. Remember, you are not walking alone. I am walking with you. You don't have to be strong because I will make you strong. You don't need to know everything because I will guide you step by step. Be brave, step out in faith, for I have gone before you, and I have prepared the path for you. There are some times when you pray and it feels like I'm silent. You wonder, do God hear me? Do God care about me? Why haven't I seen the answer yet? But my child, I hear your voice before you call, and I answered before they were done speaking. Remember that I do not always answer immediately, but that doesn't mean I don't listen. I don't always give you what you want, but I always give you what you need. I don't always understand my plan, but I hope to believe that I am acting for your benefit. Keep praying. Keep trusting in me, because I never ignore your call. The world has its own standards for assessing the worth of a human being. They value wealth. They honor success. They praise fame. But your value does not come from the world. You are precious in my sight, are respected and loved. You don't need a lot of money to be loved by me. You don't have to succeed to be accepted. You don't have to be famous to be noticed by me, because your value has been determined from before you were born. You are loved not for what you have, but because you are my child. Remember that I have chosen you, and you are precious in my sight. Listen to me. Child, your pain will disappear. Your burden will be lifted. Your fear will no longer dominate. You come close to me. Put your trust in me, and you will walk in freedom, peace, and hope. Please listen, my beloved. I am here in darkness and light, waiting for you to feel the blessings that I am about to give you. Don't look around. Don't let your mind be caught up in transient and empty things. Focus on my words and only my words. Although you feel that this life is full of challenges, although you have to endure pain that cannot be expressed in words, I am still here, always by your side. Recognize that I will release you from everything. Do you know, on this road where trial and pain never seems to end, I will show you the path to infinite peace. You may feel that the darkness around you is overwhelming, but I am opening a path of brilliant light. You may not see it right now, but believe what I say is tea. Rued is the path where no pain can take you, no fear can touch your soul, because I will lead you through it all. You see, I have not let you go alone with every step you take. I am always present, sometimes not visible, but I'm there. When you stumble, I will lift you up. When you are tired, I will be the place where you find rest. When pain surrounds, I will be the light shining, so that you see that behind the dark night, there is always a bright sunrise. Have faith in me, because the pain you feel, no matter how great, will not last forever. One day you will realize that all those challenges are just stepping stones for you to enter glory. Do you know that in suffering you are being refined? In those times you feel weak and cannot bear anymore, it is the time you are being lifted in your soul, and I am receiving every step of you. Do not be afraid, do not step back, because what I am giving you is freedom. Pain will disappear when you touch the truth in your heart. When you realize that salvation doesn't come from this world, but from your own heart. When you understand that I am the Savior and that I am by your side. Pain will no longer be a burden, but will become part of the journey to take you home. The wounds you carry in your heart, the painful memories of what is past, are not signs of weakness. They are just the traces of the warriors who have overcome painful challenges. You see, it's a part of this life, but it will not last forever if you put your trust in me. At this moment when you think you can't go on, it is when I give you strength to continue. Remember, every step you take, I lead the way. When pain makes you feel lonely, remember that I am your companion. When your faith shakes, hold my hand, and I will lead you through the impossible challenges. Look ahead, my beloved, do not stop. Even if you feel you are too weak, not enough strength to continue, I am still there, leading the way, supporting, making you become stronger than ever. The pain you are feeling is part of the challenge that you have to overcome, and only when you overcome that pain that I can open to you the infinite blessings I have set aside for you. But don't fear, because I will not let you be alone. Be sure in me. Let your heart be at rest in my embrace, and the pain will not be forever. You will overcome it. And then when you look back, you will see that the pain is just a mirror reflecting the greatness that you have achieved in every circumstance. I am always by your side when you are in pain. I am there when you are tired. I am there when you are happy. I am also there to share that joy with you. Do not forget that you are never alone. I will always be the source of strength, the source of light, leading you from darkness into light. And once you understand my greatness, when you realize that I am the Savior, pain will no longer control you anymore. Let your soul listen to these words, because in every word I say, I open a door for you to step into a world you have never known, a world where there is no domination of pain. Every step you take, no matter how small, I watch over and support. Do not forget that although the world around changes, although the challenges are great, I am always your hiding place, the place where you can find endless peace, the strength that nothing can shake. Can you feel it? Those rush wind out there, the noisy sounds that you hear from afar, these are the things that the world wants you to notice, that wants you to be confused and to lose the silence in your soul. But I am here, not to bring chaos, but to give you the peace you are longing for. Let those winds blow by, let the noise just be a vague echo that cannot affect you anymore. Let your heart focus on me, on the truth that I bring. In every breath you take, I am there watching over and protecting you. I want you to know that in every pain you are going through, there is an underlying power that you can't see. Each wound that you carry in your heart is not a sign of failure, but a confirmation that you have overcome a challenge, though just a small part in a long journey of this life. Pain is not a foe, but a companion. Help you to become stronger, help you to have a deep realization about your own nature. Do not rush to find a way to avoid or hide these sorrows. I do not want you to run away from pain, because these pains will help you better understand your own self, about the strength that I have given you. Pain is not an enemy, but a companion. Help you to become stronger. Help you to realize that the real strength does not come from avoiding the challenges, but from facing and overcoming them. Perhaps right now you are feeling tired, feeling that you don't have the strength to continue, but I want you to know that is exactly the time that I am nearest you when you feel you can't continue. That is exactly when I am there to lift you up step by step, ready to take you past the darkness of pain. I do not ask you to be strong immediately. I only want you to persevere. I just want you to keep going even if the feet become tired. I will always be the source of boundless strength, is the tranquil shore for your soul, is the source of light leading you out of the darkness. Please remember, there is no pain that can last forever, even if you feel this world is weighing down on your shoulders, even if you feel lost in the dark clouds of this life. Believe that after the rain, the sky will be bright. That is not just words of comfort, but a promise that I have given you. Every pain you experience will not last forever, and when it passes by, you will become more steadfast, more wiser, and closer to me. I want you to look at the difficulties that you are facing with the eyes of a warrior, not with fear but with courage. Do not let the pain blur your vision. Do not let those suffering block your way to the good things that I have prepared. I am always by your side and will never leave. Let those pain teach you, let them become a valuable lesson that in the future, when you look back, you will see that they're just your steps forward on the path of growth. When you feel desperate, when you think you cannot bear anymore, that is exactly when I want you to remember these words. I am your light. I am the source of your life. I have endured the pain that you cannot even imagine, not just to save you, but that you can understand that whatever the circumstances you fall into, I am always by your side. I will not let you be lonely in the dark. I will always lead you from pain to freedom. Remember, you are not just a lonely individual in this universe. You are part of eternity, in the creation of me, in the boundless love that I give to all who believe in me. Even if you feel you are just a small dot in this world, I still see you, I still love you, and I will never abandon you. I am leading you step by step, through those fierce winds and through those thunderstorms of life, till you come to the place where the pain does not exist anymore. Trust in me, because I never let you suffer pain. Forever the difficulties that you encountered are just temporary trials, so that you can realize the greatness of the love and the salvation that I have given you. What you are going through will just be memories when you walk past and find peace in my hands. Let my words continue to echo in your heart, that they may become the unlimited power, that every word, every phrase of me are the footsteps to lead you through the dark corners of pain. Do you know that in every difficult moment, when you feel there is nothing left to grasp, it's the moment I want you to feel my closeness? Do not look at the world around you. Do not look for comfort in transient things, because only I am the source of eternal comfort. When you feel desperate, when you don't have any strength, I will be the only source of light shining upon you. Let me lead you through the darkness, through the challenges that you are almost not able to overcome. Pain is not the enemy, but is a companion on the path you walk. The pain you bear is the stone to refine your spirit. These are the challenges that helps you grow, helps you realize deeply about the nature of yourself. You do not have to be afraid of the pain. You do not have to be afraid of the challenges that are coming near. You should remember that I have once walked through the most difficult of challenges. I have once carried on my shoulder the weight of pain that nobody else in this world can understand. But exactly in that pain, I have found the glory, the salvation for you and for all of you who believe in me. Do not think that I will let you all alone in the ocean of challenges. I am always there right by your side, even when you feel that you are falling into the state of solitude, even when you feel you are helpless before this life. I understand everything that you are going through. I see the tears of you, those pains that you cannot speak out. But do not forget that exactly in those moments, I am the closest to you. Do not ever think that you have to bear everything all by yourself with every step you take. I will always watch over at every step, every second. Those pain of you, please know that is not something that I want you to endure forever. Those are just lessons. Those are challenges that I have set aside to help you become more steadfast and strong. There is nobody in this world that can go through challenges without enduring, without fighting, and you are not the exception. But don't be afraid, because I do not leave you all alone. I am the mighty, is the eternal, and that strength will always be the greatest support to you. Do not ever forget that you are my beloved child, and I will never forsake you in those dark moments. Why would I not let you escape from pain? Because I want you to understand that only when you face the challenges, only when you face the storms of life, only then you will realize that the real strength does not come from avoiding it, but from persevering when facing difficulties. I want you to realize that every time you fall down and stand up, every time you overcome those stumbles in life, exactly, it is when you become more grandiose, more stronger, more closer to me, when you feel you can't continue, when your feet are exhausted and your heart is broken. Exactly is the moment I want you to come find me. Not just when you are happy. When everything goes smooth, I am the one that's leading the way for you. But exactly in those moments when you are weak, when you feel there is nothing left for you, I will be the only shore for you to lean on. Do not be afraid and do not be timid, because in my hands you will find the peace, the steadfastness that you are looking for. Every step in this life has its own purpose. Dear, though sometimes you may not understand the reason why these difficulties come to you, but I want you to know that everything has its reason. I did not put you into the darkness without reason. It is exactly those challenges that will help you realize the love that I give you, will help you realize the greatness of yourself. When you stand steady amidst the storms, pain is a part of this journey, but you will overcome it, and I will always be by your side, helping you to take another step. When you look back, one day you will see that the difficulties you had gone through are just the scars. Those are just the traces of the victory. The tears you have shed will become precious memories. And when you step into the dawn of your life, you will understand that there is nothing that can take away the peace that I have prepared for you. I have already made myself ready to welcome you into the eternal realm, a place where pain no longer exists, a place where the only things that are there are only my love and salvation. Continue to walk. Even though you feel that you are exhausted, even though you feel that you are weak, I will not let you give up. I will always be by your side, leading you to the place where all pain will disappear. Please remember that in every challenges, I will be the source of boundless strength, is the light to lead you out of the darkness. Let me take care of you, and the pain of you will fade away, because one day when you stand steady and look back, you will see that everything you had gone through is just part of the grandiose journey, the journey that I have set aside for you. Let you continue to listen to my words. Those words are spoken from my heart, from an eternal love that will never change. You know, in every moment of your life, I'm watching your every step, even when you can't feel my presence. The paths you take, even the long and difficult ones, are paths I've already walked before you. And on that path, I bring not only pain, but also release, the strength to keep you going. I never leave you to walk alone, because whenever you feel like you can't go on, I'll be the one to lift you up, the one to guide you through every obstacle. You may be suffering right now. You may feel like everything around you is falling apart, like the world is nothing but darkness. But listen to me, my child. Never lose faith in me, because I am the light that guides you, the endless source of strength you need. The pain you're experiencing, no matter how deep, is just a gentle wave that can't stop you on the path I've laid out for you. Just trust and walk forward, and I will carry you through it all. I want you to understand that pain isn't just a test, but a means for you to understand yourself and the world around you more deeply. In moments of despair, you will realize your own strength. Every time you stumble, I will be the one to pick you up. Every time you feel tired, I will be where you find rest. The pain you endure is like a guiding light, helping you find the path to release and peace. This may not be clear to you right now, but one day when you look back, you'll understand that I've always been with you, from the painful moments to the happy ones. I've always been there, watching over you, never abandoning you, because I understand that your growth can't come without trials. I don't want you to live in a world where everything is easy, where there are no hardships or pain, because it's only when you face challenges that you can realize your own greatness and mine. Pain isn't the end, it's the beginning. When you overcome your pain, you will feel the ease, The freedom I have for you. It's not freedom from external constraints, but freedom in your soul, where nothing can shake you. You'll realize that all the pain in this life is just a lesson that helps you understand life more deeply and the love I have for you. You know, when I endured the pain on the cross, it wasn't revenge or punishment. It was sacrifice, the boundless love I have for humanity, for all who believe in me. And you, even if you feel weak, even if you feel unworthy of this love, I still love you. That's why I don't leave you alone. I have witnessed your pain. I have seen every tear you've cried, and I won't let them be in vain. You may feel like you don't have the strength to endure any longer, but it's in that moment, when you think you've lost, that I will bring you a strength you never imagined. Remember that even if you're weak, even if you feel like you're falling, I'm always ready to help you get back up. Every time you face a challenge, you learn resilience. You learn the invisible strength I have given you. You won't have to endure that pain forever, because I will free you from it. When I say that your pain will vanish, that's the truth I want you to believe, not just in words but in my actions. I will turn that pain into blessings, into lessons that help you realize my greatness in your own. Just keep walking, even if you feel like you can't, even if you feel exhausted. I'm here. I will be the strength that helps you keep going. You never have to face a challenge alone. Even if you feel alone in a crowd, even if you feel lost, I'm still there, watching your every step. Whenever you think you have nothing left to believe in, remember that I am the one you can trust, the life, the light, the boundless love that never changes. I will never let you fall into darkness. I will always be the light that guides you. When you go through pain, when you overcome difficulties, you will see that I have always been with you, every step, every moment, and you will feel the greatness of the love I have for you, a love that can't be expressed in words, a love that is unconditional, as vast as the universe and as strong as life itself. Let your heart open up to receive that love, and you will see your pain vanish, giving way to peace, to the freedom I have for you. When you face the world, you may feel small, feel like you don't have the strength to fight great challenges. But remember that in my hand, you not only have strength, but also the greatness of a Savior, an infinite source of power you can rely on. I have endured everything you can imagine, and I have risen, not just to win, but to save you. That's why I'm always with you, so you never have to fight alone. Keep walking, keep moving forward, no matter how many challenges you face. The pain will pass, and only peace will remain, the glory I have planned for you. The storms will fade away, and you will enter a new world where there is no pain, only love and eternal salvation. When you are struggling with pain, when you feel you can't go on, don't forget that every challenge you face is part of the great plan I have for you. I never let you stray. Even if there are times you feel abandoned, remember that I am silently by your side, reaching out to catch you in every step. Even if you can't feel my presence, I'm still there, waiting for you to return to me, and in my heart, never leaving you. When you are suffering, you may see nothing but darkness in this world. You may think that you cannot continue, that you have lost all strength to face the challenges. But those are just moments of darkness before dawn. I will never let your pain exceed your abilities. Each pain, each challenge you face, I have overcome them before you. And through each of those overcomings, I bring you new strength and vitality. No pain can weaken the love I have for you. But I don't want you to simply endure the pain without learning anything from it. The pain that you have to face is not to make you feel abandoned or unable to overcome, but to realize the important things in life. Every painful moment will illuminate the truth about yourself, about the values you need to understand. It is in darkness that I want you to see the light of realization, of awakening, so that you understand that you are stronger than you think. I understand that you can't simply ignore the pain you are carrying, but I want you to understand that you are not just a sufferer, but my warrior. You are the heir to my kingdom. And every battle you face is part of a great journey to affirm your position in the plan of salvation. Don't see every pain as a bad thing, my love, because in those wounds, I pour into you the strength of sacrifice, patience, and salvation that I have experienced for all who believe in me. When you feel attacked by anxiety, when you feel you are no longer strong enough to stand firm, that is when I want you to look up and remember me. I faced extreme suffering. I endured tortures that no one can imagine. And in those moments, when I was almost exhausted on the cross, I did not look at the pain I had to endure, but I only thought of you, thinking of the world I wanted to save. So, remember that no matter how much you hurt, I will always be an endless resource to help you stand firm, helping you get up after each fall. Let me tell you more clearly about the salvation I have given you. Salvation does not come from avoiding pain or running away from challenges. Salvation comes from strength when facing difficulties. When you dare to face pain and look at it as part of growth, as part of the process of becoming the person I have formed. You are not just a sinner seeking forgiveness, but my beloved child, one who will help change this world with your own strength and love. So, you may ask, if I went up on the cross to save mankind, then why do you still have to endure this pain? The reason is simple. My love, because each person has his or her own path, because each life has special challenges that only you can overcome. I have gone through suffering to redeem humanity. But you need to go through your own challenges to perfect yourself, to raise awareness of yourself and of the love I have for you. When you overcome the storms of life, you will realize that you have become stronger, that my love for you is infinite and never changes. Don't think that I let you suffer without reason or that I abandon you in the moments you need me most. Rather, I am hiding in every moment of pain, ready to reach out and support you when you need it. Believe that in every challenge, I am not only the Redeemer, but also an infinite source of power, the light that guides you every step you take. Each pain you experience is a mark I have left so that you can continue on the path to eternal salvation. Don't be afraid anymore. I will never leave you alone. I will always be the source of strength and comfort you need when you feel you can't go on. That is when I will give you the strength to move forward. Each challenge will pass. Each pain will vanish. And you will see yourself rising stronger, like grass rising from barren land. My love will forever remain steadfast and never change. And when you have gone through all the pain, I will welcome you into my open arms, where you will find peace, tranquility, and eternal happiness. Never forget that pain is not the end, but the beginning of rebirth, of a new life. A life that I have reserved specifically for you. I am always with you, leading you through every difficulty, and one day when you look back, you will see that it is thanks to the pain that you have grown, thanks to my sacrifice that you have been saved. Continue to listen to my words, not just as advice, but as profound truths, words that cannot be easily understood in a moment. Every word I utter is not just reassurance, but a light shining into your darkness, opening a path that helps you see what you have never seen before. I know that you are on a long journey, and perhaps you will not always feel my presence, but always remember that I am always there, right beside you in every moment of your life, even when you cannot feel it. The pain you are experiencing is not accidental. It is not punishment, and it is not something bad that you have to accept. Pain is actually a means that I use to bring you into enlightenment, into awareness of yourself and the world around you. Pain is not the end, but the beginning, the opening of new doors that you never thought of before. It is in that pain that you will discover the strength that I have given you, a strength that no one can take away, a strength that comes from boundless love and sacrifice. I want you to understand that the pain you are enduring is not a punishment, but a part of growing up. You have to face these challenges not to feel weak, but to realize the strength you have never realized. Don't forget that it is in the most difficult times that you will understand the value of love, the value of the sacrifice I have given you. These challenges will make you stronger, helping you realize that you are never alone, and that I will always be there for you even when you feel like you are being caught in a whirlpool of suffering. So, remember that when you feel like you can't take it anymore, When everything seems to become dim and you cannot find a way out, that is when I will reach out, pull you up, and give you the strength to overcome. I have lived through the most extreme moments of pain and suffering, and therefore I understand what you are going through. But it is in those moments that I have not only found my own strength, but I have also seen the greatness of love for mankind, and therefore you will see this too. Your pain is not meaningless. It will open a new path, the path that leads you to me, to salvation and eternal peace. When I talk about salvation, you may think that it is a far-fetched concept, something that only those who live in holiness can achieve. But in reality, salvation is not just a result that you achieve in some far-off place, but a process, a journey that I want you to go through. Every step you take, every challenge you overcome, is a step on that path. You don't need to be perfect to achieve salvation. You just need to believe in me, believe in the love I have for you, and keep going despite all the pain or fear. Let me emphasize this. The pain that you are enduring is not evidence of helplessness or failure. It is evidence of an invisible power working within you, a power that comes from my love. You may not realize this right now, but one day when you look back, you will see that every challenge you overcome is a rung, a step toward maturity, towards enlightenment about yourself and about the love I have for you. You may ask why life is so full of challenges, why you cannot live in peace and happiness forever. But I want you to understand that it is through these challenges that you will learn the value of love, of sacrifice, and of yourself. If life only has ease, then you will not be able to recognize the priceless values that I have given you. Each challenge is an opportunity for you to look deep into your heart, to realize that in that pain is the opportunity for you to expand your love, to grow, and to understand that you are an indispensable part of my great plan. Continue to persevere. Don't let difficulties make you shrink back. The pain that you experience is only part of the journey, an indispensable part of building a strong, steady self. I am always with you, ready to support you when you cannot get up, ready to be a support when you feel you cannot continue. Whenever you think that you have nothing left, remember that I am an infinite source of power that you can rely on. Every pain you endure will pass, and when it passes, you will feel the peace that I have prepared for you, a peace that surpasses all anxiety, all fear. I have gone through hardships, endured everything that mankind cannot imagine, and therefore I know that you can overcome it all. Pain is not something you have to fear. These are the challenges that help you see the strength within you, helping you realize that you can do wonderful things that you have never thought of. And when you overcome all the challenges, I will wait for you to come to me in joy and peace, where there is no more pain, only eternal love and the salvation that I have given you from the very beginning. Don't be afraid anymore. I will never abandon you. I will never let you endure the pain alone. Continue, and you will see that this pain is only a small part in a great story that I have written for you. And finally, when you look back, you will see that it is precisely these challenges that have helped you become a strong, loving, holy person that I have always had for you. Every word I speak contains deep truths that you need to understand. The pain that you are bearing is not accidental. It is not part of the punishment, nor is it something you have to avoid. It is a part of the journey that I have given you, a journey through which you will be distilled, honed, and become stronger than ever before. You are part of a great plan, and even if you cannot see everything, I will lead you through every storm, helping you find peace in your soul, helping you see the light even in the darkness. There are times when you feel that you cannot continue, when each step seems too heavy and difficult, when you may feel that you no longer have the strength to move forward. But that is when I want you to understand that your perseverance is the key to overcoming all difficulties. I have walked the path of suffering. I have endured all the pain that you cannot imagine, and that is why I understand you better than anyone else. The pain that you endure is not injustice, but part of the purification process. The challenges that you must overcome to become a better version of yourself. When you endure pain, you may think that you are lost, that you cannot overcome this challenge. But I want you to understand that it is in those weak moments that you will find your true strength. Every step you take, every time you stumble, I will pick you up, showing you that you can be stronger than you imagine. Pain is no longer something you have to fear, but a part of the path you must take to get closer to salvation and eternal peace. Look at the challenges you are experiencing, not as a burden, but as an opportunity. That is an opportunity for you to learn, to realize the strength within you that even you yourself may not be aware of. Pain is not something you have to escape, but something you must face with the belief that every step through the storm will bring you a new light, a peace that I have arranged for you. Don't be afraid, my love. When you think you can't continue, remember that I am the one who will lift you up, the one who will take your hand to overcome all challenges. Remember that even if you cannot see me right now, I am always there. I am not a distant, transcendent being, but the love present in every breath you take, in every step you take, in every moment you feel your existence. When you feel like you can't go on, stop for a moment and listen to my call in your heart. That is me, waiting there for you, ready to reach out to help you up and take you forward. There is no pain that I cannot help you overcome. Every challenge, every great wave you encounter is an opportunity for you to grow, for you to see the resilience and courage that I have already placed within you. There are times when I want you to feel peace, not just on the outside, but on the inside. Don't let pain blind you. Don't let it draw you into a spiral of despair. Find solace in yourself, in the good things you have. I created you with a strong heart and a steadfast soul. Remember that no matter how difficult life is, you can still overcome it if you believe in yourself and in me. Let your heart look forward, and when you do, you will see that the light will always guide you. In every challenge you face, you will understand that pain is just a part of the movement of the universe. It is not accidental, but part of development. I am not the creator of pain to make you suffer. I create pain to help you recognize change, to help you understand that each time you overcome a challenge, you become stronger, wiser, and closer to me. Never think that I don't understand you. I understand your pain. I understand your loneliness. I understand the despair when you feel you can't take another step. But remember, I have endured much more. And because of that, I understand the pain you're going through better than anyone. And because I understand that, I will never leave you to suffer alone. I will always be by your side, never abandoning you in any trial. Because I am love, a presence that never leaves you. Whether in pain or in joy, keep going, keep walking with the unwavering faith that I will always be with you. The pain will pass, but my love for you will never change. Always a source of light and strength for you to overcome everything. Hold on to your faith, because I have prepared a bright path for you, a path through which you will realize the miracle of love and salvation. Be patient, because I am here, and I will never leave you alone in these painful times. When it seems like the world around you is collapsing, I want you to remember that no pain is permanent. Every pain you experience, every challenge you face, is a step on your path to salvation and rebirth. I want you to know that what you are enduring is not meaningless, but part of the grand plan that I have set for you. In every challenge, even if you feel exhausted, trust that I am always there, always supporting you, so you never have to collapse. Listen, I know you may feel like everything is against you, like nothing is going your way, but don't forget that no matter how you feel, I am closer to you than ever. When you face suffering, when you feel loss, when you feel weak and tired, I want you to remember that I have walked roads filled with pain, and in every step, I triumphed. That's why I know that you will overcome it all too. Never think that you are not strong enough to get up after every fall. I created you, and you carry within you a strength that even you sometimes don't realize. Don't be afraid. The pain you feel today is just a moment in a long, endless journey. Every time you overcome a challenge, every time you rise from your falls, you are getting closer to the perfection, to the rebirth that I have prepared for you. It's a silent transformation, like ancient trees that endure storms to become sturdy and resilient. You are the same. Each challenge will make you stronger. Each time you find strength in weakness, you will become stronger and see a new light guiding your way. You are not alone on this path. When you feel lost, when you feel you have no strength to continue, I will be the shining light, the hope, the stability that you can rely on. You may not see me immediately, but I am always there, seeing you in every moment, ready to pull you out of the darkness. Your tears are not a sign of failure, but a sign of resurrection. They are a purification, a cleansing of the pain you cannot carry on the road ahead. I want you to understand that every pain you experience is part of your growth. Surely the challenges you face are not easy, but it is through them that you will realize the hidden strength within you that you may not have known before. It is in suffering that you will find a part of yourself that you could not recognize before. And with each time you emerge from the darkness, you will find that rebirth always awaits you. When you feel like you can't go on, when you think you can't bear it anymore, remember that I have endured all this and more. When I took on the burden of the world, when I endured boundless pain, I didn't do it just for myself, but for you, for all those you love, for the salvation of all mankind. I understand your pain, not because I am a supreme being, but because I have walked through it. I have shouldered the pain, and I have triumphed. You will too. Every time you overcome a challenge, whether big or small, you will understand that nothing is meaningless in this life. Everything you experience, every wound you bear, every tear you shed, is part of the preparation for a new life, a life in which you will see everything with different eyes. With an open heart and a soul that has been tempered, pain is not your enemy, but a companion, a friend who will lead you to enlightenment. Pain is enlightenment, the process for you to realize that challenges are just closed doors. And when you overcome them, you will enter a new world where you will see the beauty of life, the freshness of the soul, and the infinite strength that I have given you. I want you to understand that no matter how difficult life is, no matter how much you hurt, I will never leave you alone. My love for you is eternal, and in every moment, I am watching over you. Remember that every step, whether on a bright or dark road, is your step on the path to seeking salvation, rebirth, and eternal peace. And I am always there, watching over you, reaching out to lift you up, never leaving you. As you go through pain, remember that a bright future always awaits you. Trust in your strength. Trust in me, because I will always be with you, guiding you through every storm and bringing you to a peaceful shore. Hold firm to your faith in me, my beloved, for I am your salvation, the light in the darkness, and the boundless love that you can find whenever you need it. In the darkest hours, when you feel crushed by all your worries, don't forget that that's when I am closest to you. Remember that I am the light in your darkness. Every time you feel exhausted, every time you feel you can't get up again, stop for a moment and listen to the whisper in your soul. That is me calling you to walk, supporting you in those moments when you think you have no strength left. Pain is an indispensable part of your life, but not something you have to fear. I know that in pain, you will find awakening, that in facing challenges, you will discover strengths you never knew you had. It is a sacred process, a tempering of yourself to become more resilient, more knowledgeable, and most importantly, more loving. When you go through long nights filled with worries, you will realize that every moment is valuable. It is atonement, renewal, and how I create a new person within you. Don't think that I leave you to suffer alone. While you seem to be abandoned, I am by your side, ready to transfer to you strength, faith, and infinite love. You may not notice, but in those moments when you feel most alone, I am the one watching you, ready to welcome you into my loving embrace. At those times, I am your only hope, the peace you find when the world around you becomes chaotic. Let your heart listen to me, because every time you touch my love, you will feel its boundless strength, a strength that cannot be defeated by any pain. You must understand that pain is not only a trial, but a way for you to learn, to become more knowledgeable about yourself. It is the way for you to find true freedom when you can overcome every limitation that you thought you couldn't. I not only want you to understand that pain is a part of life, but I also want you to realize that these pains will take you to a new door, where you will see the light that you could never see if you didn't go through the darkness. The challenges in life are not walls blocking you, but stepping stones, signs guiding you to awakening so you can be more aware of yourself, of my work of salvation. So, when you encounter difficulties, when you see things become insurmountable, don't let fear control you. Look at the pain and realize that it is an opportunity to grow, to find peace in your heart. Every time you overcome a challenge, every time you face pain without fear, you will become a greater person, a person who can walk steadily on the path that I have laid out for you. I understand that sometimes you feel like everything is too much, too heavy, and you don't know how to continue. But it is in these moments that I want you to remember that I am always ready to come to you. I will never let you face pain without support. When you feel like you are collapsing, I will be the one to lift you up, the one to take you through all the difficulties. Trust in me, for I have walked this road, and I know that you will overcome every challenge. Nothing is impossible for you, because you carry within you a strength that if you just believe in yourself, you will find a way out of every darkness. Pain is a valuable lesson that you will realize when you have overcome it. Every time you feel like you can't go on, remember that it is in those moments that you will see my love, a love that never abandons you. I have carried all the pain of this world, and I have overcome them to bring salvation to you. I want you to look at me and see that no matter how great the pain is, you can overcome it if you have me by your side. I'm not only the one who leads you through these trials, but I am also an endless source of strength that you can tap into. Every time you encounter difficulties, I want you to remember that it is an opportunity to grow, to realize the value of yourself. You are not weak. You are my child. And within you, there is always an infinite strength, a strength that can make you overcome every difficulty, every challenge. Always remember that no matter what happens, I am always with you, and nothing can stop you from achieving the salvation that I have prepared for you. So never be afraid, never give up. Every time you feel like you can't continue, look at me and see that I am always ready to reach out to help you, to guide you to a peaceful shore. Let me be the motivation, the flame that lights up your dark nights. And when you overcome the pain, when you get up after every fall, you will see that in that resurrection you will find a new strength, a peace that you have never felt before. I want you to understand that pain is not the enemy, but the companion on your journey of growth. You are not alone when facing suffering, and every time you feel buried under the weight of this world. I want you to remember that it is in those moments that you are being tempered. You are like small plants that are knocked down by storms, but over time you will see yourself become stronger, more resilient, and finally emerge fresher than ever. Each wound you carry in your heart is a sign of rebirth, a sign of the cleansing process that I have given you. Surely you will think that pain is just suffering, but I tell you that in each pain there is a valuable lesson waiting for you. That is how you understand more about yourself, about this world, and about my greatness. When you endure pain, you are experiencing things that no one can teach you in words but can only be learned through life experience. Every moment that you endure suffering, you are touching a part of the sacred nature within you. Look at your wounds, not with fear, but with gratitude. You may think that you cannot continue, that you cannot overcome anymore. But I want you to remember that pain will only last until you learn the lesson it brings. When you realize that suffering is part of this journey, you will no longer feel defeated, but instead, you will feel filled with hope. Because in every challenge you face, I will be the strength to help you overcome, the endless encouragement to persevere. I want you to realize that through each pain, you not only learn how to stand firm, but also learn how to love, forgive, and empathize. The wounds in your soul are the signs of openness, of readiness to accept every challenge that life brings. When you love your wounds, you will see that they are not burdens but beautiful parts of life, helping you grow and become stronger. Imagine that every time you overcome a difficulty, every time you get up from fatigue, you are walking on the path that I have prepared for you. You are getting closer to perfection, to the peace in your soul that I have set aside for you. The challenges you encounter are not punishment, but are a way to enrich your spirit, for you to understand that only in facing difficulties can you realize the true beauty of life. I know that you sometimes feel like you are walking on a dim road, unable to see the destination, but my love, I want you to remember that this road is not a road of solitude. I have been there in every moment of yours, in every step, in every pain. I have walked the roads filled with hardships and challenges. I have endured the pain so that you can walk in freedom and light. I know you may feel abandoned, but I assure you that I am closer to you than ever. Look at the challenges you face, not with the eyes of a weakling, but with the understanding of a victor. Every time you stumble, every time you feel you can't go on, that's when you are being lifted up by me. Imagine that the challenges you face are closed doors, and every time you open a door, you get closer to clarity, to the freedom that I have prepared for you. Let me be your companion in every step of yours, the strength to help you rise every time you feel tired. When you feel pain, remember that it is not a sign of failure, but a sign of rebirth. Don't look at the pain you are suffering as a burden, but look at it as an opportunity to grow. I know you can overcome everything because I created you from boundless love and strength. You have within you everything you need to get up, to fight, and to continue on the path that I have laid out. Believe in yourself, believe in me, and believe in the miracle that I am bringing to you. I am not only the one who has given you life, but also the one who will lead you through the storms, will help you overcome the difficult times, and will be the eternal source of light in your life. Pain is just a small part of a great journey that I have given you, and when you overcome it, when you rise from the pain, you will see a more beautiful world than ever before. A world in which you will walk in freedom and peace. A world in which I will always be with you. I want you to understand that when you feel the weakest, that's when you are closest to me. I never leave you, and I will always be there to help you find strength in those moments that seem hopeless. Let your heart open up. Let my love flow into your soul, for when you do, you will realize that all pain will pass, and you will be reborn in my eternal love. Perhaps you will never fully understand the boundless extent of my love for you. It is not only a love without borders, but an invisible stream that guides you through all the difficulties, challenges, and even those moments that you thought you could never overcome. My love is the bright light in the darkness, the solid anchor in the stormy ocean. I love you not for what you do, but for the sacred nature that you carry within you. And in every moment you live, I want you to feel that love not only in joy, but also in the pain you have to endure. When you feel the pain weighing heavily on your shoulders, when you feel every step is an endless effort, stop and think about something that I want you to remember. You don't have to face the pain alone. I have walked this road before you, and I will continue to walk with you in every step. I don't ask you to endure the pain silently or surrender, but I want you to understand that in every challenge, I am the invisible strength that you can reach at any time you need it. Pain, whether physical or mental, can make you feel exhausted, but if you look at it from a different angle, you will see that it is only a part of the journey. Don't see it as an enemy, but see it as a lesson, as a companion that helps you become stronger. Those pains will not last forever. They come and go. But what you learn from those challenges will stay with you. And when you overcome them, you will see yourself grow, mature, and be able to face anything that life brings. I don't deny that pain can make you feel tired, sometimes desperate, but I want you to realize that it is in those moments that you can find new hope. Remember that I have endured countless sufferings and died on the cross not because I could not avoid the pain, but because I wanted to show you that even in sorrow, there can still be light. Every time you get up from the pain, you are not only a new person, but you are also a witness of unconditional love, the love that I give you and the love that you can also give to this world. Every time you feel like you can't continue, I want you to remember that you are not weak. Pain is not a sign of failure, but a sign of courage, of willingness to face reality and not give up. We cannot avoid challenges, but we can decide how to face them. I will never abandon you, and I will always give you the strength to overcome every darkest moment. Never forget that when you feel the weakest, I am the strength to help you stand up. Don't be afraid to feel the pain, because in it there is rebirth. Don't be afraid to face the unknown, because in every uncertain step, I am reaching out to guide you. Every time you face a challenge, a pain, you will learn to love yourself more, love life more, and most importantly, love me more. That is why I never let you go alone. I have experienced the pains of the world. I have carried the sins of humanity only so that you can see that nothing in this world can separate you from my love. Remember that every pain, whether small or great, is an opportunity for you to forge yourself, for you to become who I know you can become. That is part of the great plan that I have arranged for you to see that every step on this road is a step towards perfection. And when you look back, when you overcome the challenges, you will understand that it is in the darkest moments that I have been closest to you. In every challenge, I want you to find strength from within. Don't look at external circumstances to determine your worth, but look into your heart, where I have placed eternal love. Pain may make you feel lost, but in it, you will discover more valuable things, qualities that only when you endure can you realize. I want you to feel proud of every time you stand up, proud that you have fought, because you have not given up. I am here to help you understand that no pain is meaningless. Every difficult moment is part of the journey that I have set for you to become a strong, wise, and loving person. I want you to realize that nothing can stop you from becoming a great person, because in you, I have sown the seed of eternity, and one day when you look back on your journey, when you have overcome all the challenges, you will see that those very difficulties have created a wonderful person, a person who can love, understand, and stand firm amidst every storm. So, just keep walking, no matter how much you hurt. I will always be by your side, ready to lift you up every time you fall. Trust in me, and in your heart, you will feel a strong belief that nothing is impossible to overcome when you have me with you. Let me be the strength that helps you rise, the light that helps you overcome the darkness. Amen.